Hello, and I'm back again. I'm the Music Right. You can call me Lois or Madam Music Right. Now, as we talked about before, a Music Right is a person who works at making music, and that's what I do. I make music. So today we're going to talk about stringed instruments and soft furry animals. So that's kind of a funny combination, but we'll have some fun with that. Now, there's another video that I made, and it's called pitched percussion and something else. I can't think what at the moment, but it's the one about pitched percussion. And if you look at that one, there's a picture of a grand piano inside, which shows you that the way you make the sound on a grand piano is by striking a string. A very different type of stringed instrument, but pianos are also the sounds made with a string. So that just goes to show you that you can have all different kinds of instruments sort of crossing over from one to the other. Now there are many types of stringed instruments. There's violins and violas, and we don't have any of those today because I don't actually happen to play them, so I don't own any. But if you ever see somebody playing a stringed instrument, don't be afraid to go and ask them what it's called and get them to show you their instruments. Here's a little hint. Musicians love to show you their instruments. So today I'm going to start with this one. Now this is the one I play when I'm singing with you because it's nice and light and small and easy to pick up and put down. And it's called a ukulele. Now ukuleles are used all over the world, mostly in places though like Hawaii, which is where the word ukulele came from. And South America has a version of this too called a quattro for the 4 strings. See, it has 1, 2, 3, 4 strings. Now they're only very small, as you can see. It's not even just about sitting on my lap, it just about reaches my shoulder, just a little bit, probably just a little bit higher. And you can make the strings, you can tune them by turning these little pegs. I'm going to move this a wee bit more. I've just got some words that'll help me out at some point. So this one you tune like this. I just tuned it a little bit because it was what we call flat, which means it was a little tiny bit low. So, and it's a little bit different tuning, but it's a very sweet sounding instrument. So this is one of my favorites. I'm going to start, and we're going to sing a song together, and it's called If You're a Dog and You Know It. Just follow along. It's about soft furry animals. So, it goes like this. If you're a dog and you know it, give a bark, bark, bark. If you're a dog and you know it, give a bark, bark, bark. If you're a dog and you know it, and you really want to show it, if you're a dog and you know it, give a bark, bark, bark. Now my dog is more because he's a little dog. Now the next one we're going to do is cat. Can you imagine what a sound a cat would make? I'm pretty sure you know. If you're a cat and you know it, give a meow. If you're a cat and you know it, give a meow. If you're a cat and you know it and you really want to show it, if you're a cat and you know it, give a meow. Meow, meow. And then the next one really isn't a sound, it's more of something you can do. So you join me in this one. If you're a bunny and you know it, hop around. If you're a bunny and you know it, hop around. If you're a bunny and you know it and you really want to show it, if you're a bunny and you know it, hop around. Hop, hop. So let's do that one again and you can join me, and this time I'll just play it right through, okay? If you're a dog and you know it, give a bark, bark, bark. If you're a dog and you know it, give a bark, bark, bark. If you're a dog and you know it and you really want to show it, if you're a dog and you know it, give a bark, bark, bark. If you're a cat and you know it, give a meow. If you're a cat and you know it, give a meow, meow, meow. If you're a cat and you know it and you really want to show it, if you're a cat and you know it, give a meow, meow, meow. If you're a bunny and you know it, give a hop, hop, hop. If you're a bunny and you know it, give a hop, hop, hop. If you're a bunny and you know it and you really want to show it, if you're a bunny and you know it, give a hop, hop, hop. Okay, that's a lot of fun, isn't it? Okay, So we're going to put that down for a minute, and I'm going to show you two instruments that you probably know what they are. They're called guitars. And they look very similar, but they're kind of different in ways. And we'll talk about that, okay? So we're going to start with this one. This is what you call a folk guitar. Now it's played usually standing up with a strap over your shoulder, and it's got steel string. And it's made of wood, and it's hollow. So if you look inside, there's a big hole here, and it goes into a great big, what we call a box. And the strings are made of steel, and they're held in place here. And they're tuned up here. These are made of metal, and they're, you turn them. They're nice and easy to turn, because metal's very hard to turn, so you don't want to have to work too hard at it. And if you see, and the ukulele had this too, there's these markings along here that help you to figure out where you are on the keyboard. So that's called an octave. So it gives you a way. Now, to make the sound higher, you shorten the string by pushing. So that's easier to hear, isn't it? So this is called a folk guitar. And this is my favorite guitar. It's one that I haven't had it very long, but I just love it. And it has a very bright, happy, loud sound. Now, most people play it with a pick, and I don't happen to have one today because for some reason I can't find one, because today's the day I need it. But anyway, it makes the sound a lot louder. But you can still hear how it's kind of I would call it a bright sound. Okay? Now, this other guitar here is called a classical guitar. It looks very similar. It has 6 strings, but they're made of nylon, not steel, so they don't make quite as what I call a bright sound. It is hollow inside, and it is made of wood, and it's very much like, but it has a really wide neck too, whereas the folk guitar has a very narrow neck, as you can see. And the pegs are tuned same place up here, and you can make the same, it has the same markings on the neck to show you where we are. These little bars of metal are called frets, so that shows you that, you know, 1st fret, 2nd fret, 3rd fret. So that if I was to say to you, I want you to play this string in the 5th fret, you go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, just like that, and just like the other one. Just like the other one, it makes the sounds higher as you make the string a little bit shorter by pushing down on one. So this is a little harder for me to play, and typically classical guitars are played more like this. Very pretty sound though, isn't it? So if you go on YouTube, you can find all kinds of music played on classical guitar, and it sounds quite lovely. A lot of the times when you hear country music or folk music, they're played on a folk guitar. So I'm going to sing another song with you right now, and this is about animal homes, okay? And it goes like this. It's the same tune. You can hear the lions roaring at the zoo. You can hear the lions roaring at the zoo. Roar, roar. You can hear the lions roaring. You can hear the lion. Oh, no, this is a slightly different tune, actually. But you know what? It just goes to show you that sometimes you can have, I did mark the tune down and it's different. It just goes to show you, though, that sometimes you can put the same words to a tune another tune. And I had that one firmly in my head from our last song. So let's try this one again. You can hear the lions roaring at the zoo. Roar, roar. You can hear lions roaring at the zoo. Roar, roar. You can hear the lions roaring. You can hear the lions roaring. You can hear the lions roaring at the zoo. Roar, roar. You can hear the zebras braying at the zoo. Bray, bray. You can hear the zebras braying at the zoo. Bray, bray. You can hear the zebras braying. You can hear the zebras braying. You can hear the zebras braying at the zoo. Bray, bray. Now apparently giraffes hum, so you can hear the giraffes humming at the zoo. You can hear the giraffes humming at the zoo. You can hear the giraffes humming. You can hear the giraffes humming. You can hear the giraffes humming at the zoo. You can hear the great big bit. You can hear the bears growling at the zoo. You can hear the bears growling at the zoo. You can hear the bears growling. You can hear the bears growling. You can hear the bears growling at the zoo. Now, let's do that one all together again. So remember, it's lions roaring, zebras braying, giraffes humming, and bears growling. Let's see if we can remember all that. You can hear the lions roaring at the zoo. Roar, roar. You can hear the lions roaring at the zoo. Roar, roar. You can hear the lions roaring. You can hear the lions roaring. You can hear the lions roaring at the zoo. Roar, roar. You can hear the zebras braying at the zoo. Bray, bray. You can hear the zebras braying at the zoo. Bray, bray. You can hear the zebras braying. You can hear the zebras braying. You can hear the zebras braying at the zoo. Bray, bray. You can hear the giraffes humming at the zoo. You can hear the giraffes humming at the zoo. You can hear the giraffes humming. You can hear the giraffes humming. You can hear the giraffes humming at the zoo. You can hear the bears growling at the zoo. You can hear the bears growling at the zoo. You can hear the bears growling. You can hear the bears growling. You can hear the bears growling at the zoo. So that's kind of a fun one too, isn't it? Now I have one more instrument to show you, but before I show you that, let's sing a song about animals that we're a little more familiar with. We did sort of pets, and those are zoo animals, so let's do farm animals next, okay? Old MacDonald had a farm, E-I-E-I-O, and on that farm he had a cow, E-I-E-I-O, with a moo-moo here and a moo-moo there, here a moo, there a moo, everywhere a moo-moo. Old MacDonald had a farm, E-I-E-I-O. So you know that one, right? I thought I'd just sing the first verse to let you know where we're at. So we're going to sing Old MacDonald Had a Farm, and we're going to sing about a cow and a sheep and a pig. Now there's other animals in the zoo, or in the farm, but they're not always soft and fuzzy. So we'll just go with these ones, which are kind of soft. Old MacDonald had a farm, E-I-E-I-O, and on that farm he had a cow, E-I-E-I-O, with a moo-moo here and a moo-moo there, here a moo, there a moo, everywhere a moo-moo. Old MacDonald had a farm, E-I-E-I-O, and on that farm he had a sheep, E-I-E-I-O, with a ba-ba here and a ba-ba there, here a ba, there a ba, everywhere a ba-ba. Old moo-moo here and a moo-moo there, here a moo, there a moo, everywhere a moo-moo. Old MacDonald had a farm, E-I-E-I-O, and on that farm he had a pig, E-I-E-I-O, with a here and a there, here, there, everywhere a hoink, here a ba-ba here and a ba-ba there, here a ba, there a ba, everywhere a ba-ba. Moo-moo here and a moo-moo there, here a moo, there a moo, everywhere a moo-moo. Old MacDonald had a farm, E-I-E-I-O. I kept forgetting what animal I was at. Could you tell? But you caught me up, didn't you? You helped. So I'm going to show you one more instrument, and then we'll do a couple of songs and finish off for today. Now this is called a bass guitar. You can also have 6-string guitars that are electric. This is an electric bass guitar. Electric guitars are different from the other ones in that their bodies are solid, not hollow. So they're very heavy, much heavier. And as you can see, they still have the tuning pegs up here, and they still have the little metal fret markings so you can tell where you're at. But in order to make them sound, there's not really much. Can you hear that at all? A little bit, right? But if I turn on the amplifier, and I can turn up the volume. I think that's the volume. That sounds like the volume. They're actually played like this. So if you have a great big amplifier, you can make a great big sound. I just have a tiny little amplifier, so my sound isn't very big. But as you can see, it's got 4 strings. And these are a little different. I should turn that back on so you can hear them, because this is a little different than the 4 strings that the ukulele has. This one goes a little bit out of tune. So it's almost like the regular guitar, except it's missing the 2 top ones. It's just the 4 bottom ones. There we go. So this is to make it kind of keeps the beat a little bit. So you're going along, you'll often go, and that sort of thing. And sometimes you get a tune, but more often you just get to play something that holds it all together. Sounds really good. Now I keep turning the amp off because it's kind of noisy, and it's I don't want it to distract us too much. Now there's 2 more songs that I thought we could sing today. The first one is Soft Kitty, because everybody likes Soft Kitty. So do you know this one? Soft kitty, warm kitty, little ball of fur, happy kitty, sleepy kitty, purr, purr, purr. So we'll sing it through twice. And the first time, if you don't get it the first time, join me the second time. And if you know it, join along the first time too. Soft kitty, warm kitty, little ball of fur, happy kitty, sleepy kitty, purr, purr, purr. Soft kitty, warm kitty, little ball of fur, happy kitty, sleepy kitty, purr, purr, purr. Do you have a kitty? Did your cat ever fallen asleep on your lap or beside you when you were sitting on a chair? That's a nice feeling, isn't it? And when they purr, I like that too. Well, that's about it for today. I have one more song, and it's the song we always finish with. It's to remind us to wash our hands, and it's to the tune of Baby Shark. If you remember, the verses go, wash your hands, wear a mask, and stay away. Okay? That's to remind you that when you come in from anywhere, you should wash your hands for at least 20 seconds. And when you go out someplace, especially where there's lots of people around you, make sure you wear a mask in a store or anything like that. And the adult you're with would know the rules for sure. And if you are also out somewhere and there's people you don't know nearby, make sure that you could put your arm and that they could hold their arm out too. And that should be pretty close to far enough away, especially with a mask, to help keep you safe. Okay? So let's do that. And it's to the tune of Baby Shark. So let's go. Wash your hands, boop, 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 ba-doo. 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 Wear a mask, 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 boop, 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 ba-doo. Stay away, 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 boop, 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 ba-doo. So here's a little secret too. if you play all of those verses while you're washing your hands, that's how long you need to wash to be nice and clean. So, it's been fun today talking about stringed instruments and soft, silky, furry creatures. I hope you have a good week, and I hope you had fun today. Thanks for tuning in from the Music Right.